Yo, what is up, everybody? What is going on? I am the one, the host with the most. I am the most chaotic panelist and podcast host in all of Texas. The one who will stomp a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry. King Mexico. What is going on, everybody? I am writing solo today in the podcast, at least for now, until my co host can arrive or get here, or we'll see what happens. So, we're going to possibly talk about two subjects today. We're going to talk about what happened at Animeverse, and we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day shit, exes, partners, spending money, not spending enough time together, gaslighting, all that shit. We talk about this shit every year. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Today is not really a good day for my family though because 1 year ago. What's up, Hunter? What's going on? What's up, buddy? So for those of you that aren't aware, like for a lot of people, they know that they pretty much know last year, or my grandfather passed away on this day. So we wanted to go see his grave. I'm gonna go this weekend to visit his grave. So, but tomorrow is Valentine's Day, Wednesday. So for those of you that don't know, Cidercade in Houston is having some kind of party, some kind of event, some kind of thing going on. I'm actually gonna go. I'm probably not gonna fucking go. First off, I'm broke. I got no ride. I gotta work. So I don't really. Tanty, join the podcast. We're talking about exes and Valentine's Day and stupid shit in Animeverse. So we got a lot of things to talk about today. What's going on? Like once I said I am solo today, I'm writing alone. So it's a little bit hard to have a conversation with myself, but I can try to have a conversation with the audience if you interact, comment, share, all the whole 9 yards. So we're definitely looking forward to that. Awesome. So I don't really have a skinny right now. We didn't really talk about it, but we would like to offer our thoughts and prayers to the victims of what happened Sunday. I believe it was Sunday. I'm so sorry. My memory has been shit lately. I want to offer my thoughts and prayers to the victims' families from the Lakewood Church shooting that happened recently. That's very, very tragic. I don't like Joe Osteen. I don't like his stupid church. I don't like any of that crap. I feel like it's a money grab. But what happened is fucking horrible. Like, I will never stand for that shit. I don't know all the details. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going I don't know anything. I just know that it happened. It's horrible and there's a real issue. We're not a political channel. We're not going to get deep into that subject. But we just want to offer our thoughts and prayers to the victims of the shooting. I legitimately do pray for you. So, violence is never the answer. It's never the key. Don't, guys, please, if you hear something, you know something, if you know some shit's gonna go down, please say something, report it, call the cops, do something. All right, we don't need as much as like I said, as much as I don't like Lakewood Church, as much as I don't like Joe Osteen, I don't want anyone to be killed. I don't want anybody to lose their life. I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. So, with that being said, all right. So, joining us she is the voice of God. She hides in the shadows. She only answers when called upon, and she will stomp a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry. The one, the only Dankapus.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Wow, sorry about the church shooting. I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, it happened Sunday, I believe.
Wow.
And joining us is the man with the plan. He runs the skinny. He will spin dash his way into your heart, into your homes, and into your ears because he's a voice actor. The one, the only, the Texas gaming hedgehog himself, Keyblade Sonic.
Hi everybody, how are y'all? I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet. I'm actually doing this off my phone today because I'm on the road. So.
That's right. Everyone is improvising today. I'm the only one who has no life. I'm at home. I'm just here. Lonely. I am so lonely. I got no booty. I don't know. Got nothing. Anyways, yeah. So today we're gonna talk a little bit about Animeverse. It is our pre-Valentine's Day special. I will come back on tomorrow live. I don't know what I'm talking about yet, but I will do something for Valentine's Day. We'll see. Yeah, but thank you for joining us, guys. I know it's really hard to get everyone together post Monday, because Monday's like the set scheduled day, where every other day it's just like, we'll see. We'll see. If we're not busy, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So Sonic, let's go ahead and get down to it. Let's talk about anime verse. What happened? What the hell is going
Okay.
on?
All right. So a lot of people on on Facebook or on Discord and all that stuff were probably asking, like, so someone actually got hit in the face, and well, I was actually right there. This actually happened right in front of me in a way, like like I was doing my stuff. So give a little background here. So Animeverse happened this past weekend at NRG Center in basically Energy Park and all that stuff. So I was only there just Saturday, uh, and just being there, it was kind of surreal being there because not only was the Animeverse going on, there was also, I believe, there was an RV show going on next at the next hall at NRG Center, and then also Monster Jam was happening at NRG Stadium, and so there was a lot of people, not just anime fans, in NRG Park. So this is probably what happened. You're probably wondering, oh, what is this whole thing about someone getting punched in the face? Okay, so I was there. I walked in. So I was on my way to go pick up my badge. They scanned the QR code. I got my badge. Everything's all set, right? And then as I was turning, I turned away from the. I was getting out of the line of the pre-registration just to get out. All of a sudden, I see some guy. Can we could say they're a race or anything like that, or I don't know. It's gonna be weird to describe it.
Let's avoid the race card just for controversy.
Okay.
We can if one was a person of color, you can just say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll say that. Okay. So suddenly, I heard some commotion. As I was putting on my badge because I was in cosplay, so I was trying to put it in a place where it doesn't like be on my neck or anything like that. So suddenly, there was somebody who was running, who was a person of color, who actually had a volunteer badge. He was running through the registration lines, and he confronts somebody who either they were on their way, they were heading to. I don't know where they were heading. They probably were heading out, or just going to the RV show, because the way they were moving, they were heading towards that direction. It was like, okay, they weren't going inside for Animeverse, so probably wasn't even an attendee for Animeverse, probably for the other activities, as I mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The volunteer confronts him, and he said, "Hey, what did you just say to me? Say that again. What did you say?" The attendee, I'll just call him the attendee, immediately did not. He was like, "I didn't say anything." Obviously they would immediately say he didn't say anything. Kept repeating it a couple of times, and then not even like 5 seconds, the volunteer decks him in the face, and down goes the attendee. Well, this is, like I said, just a heads up for anybody out there who like tries to twist it. I don't know if this attendee was for the RV show, was for the Monster Jam, or was for Animeverse. Let's just say one of them was there. He goes down. The volunteer then strikes him 2-3 more times. As he was doing it, he's like, "Say that." Like, "Don't say that ever again. Don't say it again. Say it again. Say it again." Basically. And then the volunteers, I think it was a friend of his, or maybe there was somebody, one of the attendees, tried to stop him. He's like, "Hey man, hey, wait, just break it up, break it up, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth it." And then a worker comes in. I think one of the staff members comes in. She's like, "Hey, what's going on? What's all this commotion?" While that was going on, before she was on her way to the area of the confrontation, the volunteer takes the guy's hat, and he's like, "If you want it back, you would come to me." And he tries to walk to the other side, basically go, through the lines, try to like be, it's all crowded in there. So the line for registration, for security, it gets a little crowded. So maybe, I don't know what he was trying to do there. Is everyone keeping up here? Or sorry if I'm blabbering.
Okay, so I actually did miss like the line part. Can you just say that part again?
Okay, so the line was really the way they organized it, because not only was there a line for security to get in, because you have to go through security, there's also a line for registration. There's also a line for buying the badges, And there was also a little photo booth stand like on the wall of it, so there was a chance for people to like go in there and take photos and all that stuff. Um, so anyway, so when one of the staff members came in asking what's going on, the guy who got hit immediately goes, no. So sorry, let me backtrack a little bit because let me rephrase that. The staff comes in. The volunteer goes, "Hey, that man said something racist to me. He said some racist. He was being racist. He was saying racist comments." Not even like for a split second, the attendee immediately goes, "I didn't say anything. I didn't say nothing. I didn't do anything." And he was screaming. He was raising his voice to obviously, I guess for the people to hear. As he was raising his voice, the staff members like, hey, calm down, calm down, calm down. And he was getting angry. Like, I mean, if you got punched in the face, I mean, you would kind of be angry too,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he was like, he punched me in the face and he punched, like, I'm gonna sue him and all that stuff. And he had like a good, like a good shiner, like almost like red and purple in his face, like on the side of his face, like under his eye, like in his cheekbone. I was like, bro, whoa, that was a big, deep drilled him. And that, and then the staff for, one of the staff members goes to the volunteer who hit the guy and basically say, hey, come with me. And they walked away. And everything, I think like it was, they seemed to, control the situation. But then, however, I was hearing reports that I was already inside by the time all this was going on. Someone told me that, yeah, there was some there was like a lot of police presence in outside of the hall. So I think something must have really happened. So that's all I know. If there's anybody who was there who saw the whole thing, if you know anybody who witnessed it, please let us know. Please message us on Discord, on Instagram, on Facebook. Please let us know because we want to hear more into detail about this whole situation. But yeah, that was kind of a wild start to the day, and I was only there for like the first like 10 minutes, and already shit went down.
Shit's fucking crazy, bro. Let's damn. Okay,
Not even 10 minutes.
I do have a message that I received because I've been asking around about it.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can find it. I'm also gonna post on Facebook to see if anybody knows anything. Like, if you know anything, you're watching the show, you know anything, please let us know. Like, message me on Instagram, Facebook. Comment on the stream.
Let us know. Or if you're able to join our Discord, please let us know because you know we want to know more details. Because, like I said, this is just the attendee allegedly said something to him that causes to happen. But hey, it's pretty loud. It's hard to tell what exactly he said. You know what I mean? Which wouldn't. It's just so much going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially especially it's Saturday. It's the most busy. It's the most packed of the convention. Not only, like I said, Animeverse was going on. Next door was an RV show, and then at NRG Stadium, a few walks away was Monster Jam was going on.
All right, so I messaged a friend like, "Hey, I'm like, "Hey, did you hear about what about the dude at the con getting punched in the face?" And they're like, "We heard," and then like, so they know somebody that witnessed it, and so like, "Hey, can they share the details?" And like, "Oh, what do you mean?" But like, this is what they told me. So,
okay,
all he saw was a man cut in line, and when confronted about the line cutting, the person who confronted the line cutter possibly said something racial. So the other person punched him and he staggered, and then just staff got between them and stopped the fight. Authorities were called to the scene, and the man who punched first got arrested. The other person was let go.
Yeah, the person who threw the first punch had a volunteer badge, so likely was which I'm surprised was a volunteer.
Yeah.
Like I kind of was expecting attendees, clashing each other, but a volunteer and a possible attendee. Just I was like, wow.
Like, it's crazy that it's crazy to think that, like, I have never in my life I have seen random fights at Walmart and in the streets, but never at one of the conventions.
Right.
Like this shit's crazy, bro. Like, so the question is, if somebody said something racial to you, so the belief is this: The individual that was punched in the face, who is a white male, we're just gonna put that one out there. The individual who did the so we have the ass whooper and the ass whoopee.
Yeah.
The ass whooper was a person of color. The ass whoopee was a white person. So the ass whoopee, that just sounds funny. I don't know why. Whoopee cushion. So he got served heaping hot ass whoopings because he said something racial. And according to a report that I got, it's not really even detailed. It's possible he said like the N word to this individual. Now there's no recordings, there's no audio, nothing, just different stories from different witnesses. So he did the story is that he did say something racial to this individual, and then the ass whooper just kicked like he punched him in the face, but that's not how it's described to me. So I did talk to Sonic. So here's the thing. Sonic's like texting us like as it's happening, like, oh fuck, And I'm like, details, T, like literally, like this is the gist of the conversation. And so he was sharing it with us, and like, oh shit, we're gonna have to talk about this. Like, no, actually, we originally were probably not gonna talk about it until like next week, but we figured we might as well get it out of the way. And it's crazy to think that. So we haven't shared this context with y'all. There are people defending. So who I actually before I say what I'm going to say, I need to ask, who do you think is the victim here? The ass whooper or the ass whoopee?
Let us know, chat, how you feel about it.
Yeah, like how do y'all feel about it? Because I don't know, man. I was like, it's pretty surreal just seeing all that just happen. Like it was like the heat of the moment. You know what I mean? It's like not everybody had their phone out or anything. I think the only way you could tell like I think the only way we would get footage of this is like we ever got like security footage or something.
Yeah, I want to see this shit on World Star. Bitch, I should have gone on there and looked for the fight. Damn, I bet you it's on there. I guarantee you that bitch is on World Star. So you've never seen a fight at a con? Let me correct that. I'm sorry. I've never seen a fist fight in the actual convention.
I have.
In the actual convention? I've never have.
Oh, it happens a lot in California.
Jesus Christ.
It really does.
Come on, Texas, step up your game. Let's start. No, don't do that. I'm fucking kidding. Don't do that. We're gonna get in trouble. Speaking of getting in trouble,
is never the right answer. Wink.
That's right. Zen. Zen. But where Zen ends, ass whooping begins. So this podcast, this ass whooping broadcast is brought to you by AllCon in Dallas, Texas, March 14th through the 17th. That's right.
Come see us at AllCon.
That's right. Come enjoy AllCon. AllCon is now 100% hands free. Well, not wait. That sounded ass whooping free. Also brought to you by Comic Palooza. That's right, our shameless plug for Comic Palooza at the George R. Brown Convention Center. We got to do it once a week. Hashtag Comic Palooza. You can go to Houston. You can go to Comic Palooza right now at comicpalooza.com. They do have a special for Valentine's Day. The prices do jump up, so they're more expensive at the door. So now is the time to get your badges. Get a badge for you. Get a badge for your loved one. Get a badge for your toothbrush. But we come check us out at Comic Palooza. Geek Survivor is now officially Comic Palooza bound, making us one of the only few groups that is already confirmed for the convention. All right, so who was acting up first? So the guy that got punched in the face was acting a fool. Probably best to not throw a punch at someone for words. I can't defend assault without defending yourself, but unless some truly heinous was said, then you can't be upset you got decked.
I mean,
the guy that got decked in the schnoz, like, said the fucked up shit. He literally said like the N-word, but he like there's a report saying that he said it with the ER at the end.
On Black History Month, no less.
Yeah, that's true. Holy shit. And like, it's not right to say that at all. Like, that is not something you should just say. like people like there are people that say the N word, but you notice that nobody ever says it with the ER at the end. You should never say it with the ER at the end. That's like that is definitely like instantly a hateful word. Like it's kind of hard to describe it and talk about it because like like people want to defend the guy that got punched in the face. Like, well, he said something. You should never resort to violence. You should turn the other cheek, walk away. Like, where where do you draw the line?
Yeah, I'm really curious about those people who say that. Like, okay, where does the line draw for you?
Yeah, how far are you willing to let it go before something else happens? Because sometimes words can lead to violence in other ways.
Man, I have stabbed somebody in the kidney for touching my food. And
I
that was
mean,
a knife either. It was a pair of Toms, like the shit that you used to grab the food with.
I am a person who comes from a place where we don't tolerate stuff like that, period. So, quote, talk shit, get hit. That's on you.
Right. I am Latino. I'm a Mexican. I'm a Mexican citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen. I have two citizenships. I'm used to being called shit. I'm used to being called beaner, wetback, illegal. Do you even speak English? That shit gets to you. That shit sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is fucking horrible. And like I have friends who say some shit like that to be funny, and I find it funny, and we play along and we go with it, and that's fine. But some people actually say it out of hate and they mean it. So it's kind of hard. Like, do you defend the guy? Do you blame the guy that was insulted, the ass whooper? Do you blame him for retaliating against the individual that started throwing racial slurs at him? Sometimes people need to be smacked back to reality. That's Pachinko. I don't feel bad for the guy who got his shit rocked. Okay, so the guy. Okay, so if the guy who went night night dropped a hard R, then yeah, he can't be surprised if his actions are having consequences. I think I think the problem nowadays is that the internet. Hold on.
Bless you.
Sorry. So I think the problem nowadays is this. I think people have like the internet has like changed everything. Like people are so used to talking shit. Look at Xbox Live. Xbox Live is one of the worst places in the world. People talk shit to you. They say offensive shit, racial shit that you would never hear out in public. Xbox has always been like that. PlayStation kinda, but not as much. Xbox is notorious for that shit. I think because we're all like on the internet, we can't see each other, we can't physically touch each other. I think people have lost sight of consequences. I think people have lost sight of being punched in the schnoz. I think that has like, well, I can say whatever I want and get away with it.
Yeah, it's like they are not used to like having consequences of what they do and say. They're so used to it online, but when it happens in real life, they get flabbergasted when they like find out there's consequences to your actions.
That's right. There is consequences, whether they're good consequences or bad consequences. There are consequences for your actions. Every decision you make has a consequence, whether it's in your favor or it's not. Um, every decision you make has an outcome. It makes sense. Actually, Captain just joined us on Instagram. Hey, bro, what's going on? Did you hear about what happened at Animeverse? If you did, would you like to come on the show? Let me know. Comment and message me in Instagram, and we can bring you on if you want to talk about it. But for those of you that are just joining us, because we're live on Instagram, we're live on YouTube, we're live on the Twitch, we're live on 2 YouTube channels actually. This is the Geek Survivor Shit Talkie Podcast Tuesday, Shit Talkie Tuesdays podcast, episode 3, and we're talking about Valentine's Day shit and Animeverse. But it's not just Animeverse. Like, there's a lot of shit that happens at cons that fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Okay, I don't mean to bring up Anime Matsuri. Fuck, because I don't like. It's a running joke, and I'm kind of getting tired of it because I'm sick of talking about them. We only like to talk about them now during the con, and like we like to remind people, like, hey, this con exists. You're still going to it, and the con is still a piece of shit. First off, it's not even good. It's not fun. Like all you're doing is walking around, looking at a few cars, taking a few pictures of cosplayers, walking around a glorified flea market, checking out some bullshit panels. They got canceled. They started late. Checking out a rave where the DJ just hooks up an iPod to the fucking auxiliary port and just blasts that with
Or download
pre-made
their
mixes.
Spotify.
Yep, Spotify. You have John that supposedly ran his fucking event on two MacBook Pros. Like that's supposed to mean fucking anything to anybody. First off, bitch. Oh wow, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, right. It's like you haven't paid. Like okay, I'm going on a tangent. I'm sorry. Sorry. But here's so why, and this is where I'm trying to go with this point. When the Nazi dude showed up at Enemy Matsuri, people were defending that fucker too.
They shouldn't have,
That shit legitimately pissed me the fuck off. Like because it involved us. It involved my group. It involved my panels that we canceled in advance. And Matsuri allowed some jackass dressed like a Nazi to walk through the doors. It's insane how we allow people to dress like Nazis in this fucking country. And it's all part of this. Like, oh, well, we have to allow it. It's part of freedom of speech. All right, fine. You want to say whatever you want, fine. You're also going to get decked in the fucking face. I hear
We
music
have
in
a
the
right to
background.
silence. I love the radio in the background.
Sorry.
No, it's funny. It's
Something,
actually funny. It's like as soon as I started giving my speech, here comes the music. Like it's supposed to be some dramatic moment.
something like this actually happened in California not that long
Sorry,
ago,
I'm
like
actually
a
on
month
Target.
prior. Like something, I want to say it's similar because it's not exact, but something like this happened like almost exactly where there was a person of color con attendee who was there at a con. He is a very popular cosplayer, like extremely popular. And he just had a lot of ops. That's all I gotta say about that. So there's this guy who was just really mad that popular guy wasn't his friend anymore. But according to popular guy, this guy was stalking him and harassing him for months and like spreading lies and rumors. So um, not popular guy. The other guy is white, white Hispanic, and he walks up to popular guy and he starts just trying to start a fight with him. He says, "I'm going to, well, let's take it out right now. Let's go right now. I will kick your ass right now." And then popular guy's like, this small potatoes. I don't want to deal with you. I'm having fun here at this convention. Leave me alone. I'm hanging out with my friends. And people start recording it because
Mm-hmm.
they're like, something's going to happen. This happened in a hallway because other guy, not popular guy, was trying to spin this to say it happened in a bathroom, and he walked up to him in a bathroom and assaulted him, but that's not what happened. And so he was in the hallway of a hotel connected to this con, and then started calling him slurs. He just came up to popular guy, and then just started saying some very not nice words, and then he
Mm-hmm.
busted out the hard R. He busted out the hard R when popular guy was like, "I'm not gonna fight you. I'm too. I don't care. Right? I just don't
Mm-hmm.
care." So then, you know, not popular guy called him that, and then popular guy just turns around and punches him in the shoulder, and then not popular guy, other dude, just gets down on the floor, covers his face, and gets in fetal position and prepares himself, I guess. And popular guy is like, "Why were you talking all that shit and saying you wanted to fight, but you're not gonna fight me? Why did you do that? Like, so are you just want me to beat you up? I have my friends recording this to prove that you were the aggressor." And then, popular guy walks away. So then the other dude, because popular guy was like, "I'm not going to speak about this publicly because I just don't want to be a part of drama.
Mm-hmm.
Other dude goes to online on Instagram and then says something completely different. Like, just completely different. He tells everyone that popular guy assaulted him in a bathroom and started coming up to him and calling him slurs, and then pushed him down and beat on him, and then he gave himself bruises to try to make it seem like something else happened entirely. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the thing is, I think that popular guy should have released the video because he released only the audio because he said he didn't want to incriminate himself. But this guy did call him the hard R. It was in the video that he did, and it's this happened. Like I said, this happens a lot in California, way more than what Californian people want to admit. And the way that people here just kind of turn a blind eye to it, because a lot of people were defending the other dude and saying like, "Oh well, even if he called him a slur, you should have just turned the other cheek and walked away. Just let him do it. Let the guy be racist." And it's just like, why?
Fuck that.
Because this guy was harassing him for 3 years straight. Like, how much further is he willing to go? He's still online saying these other hateful, mean things, and then telling people that this guy is like a felon. And it's like, how much are you going to allow somebody like this to ruin other people's lives purely based on whether or not they're friends? Like,
Yeah.
there has to be a line drawn somewhere, you know?
No, I agree. You shouldn't be allowed to get away with shit like that. It's stupid to think. Like, I don't get where people are like, oh well, you should let it go. Okay, fine, you can let certain shit go, but there is a line you shouldn't cross. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there is a vendor in Texas who I know. I'm not gonna put his name out there, and I forgot the name of his fucking company. Anyway, I think Sonic, you might know him. Uh, he well, I'm telling Sonic who it is. Give me 1 second. All right,
I'll
there.
tell.
I put it in the chat for both of y'all to check it out.
Oh, I see.
Uh, I don't know. I know the person you're talking about, but I don't know exactly who this person is.
Okay, so there's a guy who's notorious in Texas who was a lot of people didn't like this guy. He was pretty much infamous. He was famous for messaging girls and hitting on them and asking them out when they rejected them. He called them whores and ugly and fat. You ever played the game on the N64 cruising through the USA? Well, part of his name is part of that title is part of his names. I'm not going to say what part, but I think y'all can kind of put two and two together if you know what
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, cruising through the USA is infamous. He gets bullied at an anime convention that he's notorious for being at. Like this guy that we're talking about, like starts bullying the shit out of cruising in the USA. We're gonna call him uh fuck, I don't know what to call him. Anyways, so we're gonna call him Bully. So the Bully starts bullying him. He starts throwing water bottles at him. He provokes him into punching him. Needless to say, both of them got arrested. And as much as I don't like cruising in the USA, I don't condone bullying him. I think that was fucked up. That was really stupid. And you both got arrested and you both got banned from the con. But then Bully comes back like the following year or like 2 years later, comes to one of my panels and brags about it. He brags about it to like 100 people at least. I'm the one that got cruising in the USA arrested. And I'm like, sit the fuck down. I literally told him in front of my entire panel, sit the fuck down. Nobody cares. You're dressed up as a character whose video game looks like it was produced by Hot Topic. So you need to sit your ass down and shut up. His friend, like he did all this shit, and he says some really homophobic shit, transphobic shit. he's like super political into the crap too. He is a vendor at a lot of anime conventions, and this guy has like a really fucked up mindset. Oh my god, I don't look. I'm not. I'm looking at two screens, Sonic, and every time you drop out and rejoin, I'm like, who the hell just joined? I didn't send the invite to anyone else. Chase, is that you? Then I die a little on the inside. uh, so cruising in the USA goes even further than that. And what's up, Phil? I see you on the Instagram. What's going on? Common cosplayer, what's up? So, oh yeah, I heard about that.
The what?
I think I don't know. There was a an anime convention where the bully, the guy that we're talking about, he threw a water bottle at one of the DJs at the convention we're talking about.
Jesus. Talk about childish.
And he's a dick. I don't care if he knows that. Look, so I already had issues with him because he's such an asshole. And it turns out his friend. So at Anime Matsuri, a Nazi cosplayer showed up and read Anne Frank fan fiction during the panel that I canceled. That was the story that was being reported. Further investigation shows that it wasn't even my panel. It was a different fan. There was more than one fan fiction panel, and the fan fiction panel where he read that fan fiction was not mine. He read, so the guy that read the Anne Frank fan fiction read it, left. Then another Nazi cosplayer showed up. That's the guy they kicked out. So there were two. Further research showed there was a third. There was the guy that read the fan fiction, the guy that was kicked out, and the guy they took the picture of in the articles. There was at least 3 Nazi cosplayers at Anime Matsuri. Bully's friend was the Nazi cosplayer in the article, the guy they took the pictures of. That's him. He's the guy I ran into at the Texas Renaissance Festival. He approached me and he's like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. He's like fucking begging for, I don't know if he was begging, maybe I'm exaggerating, but he was like apologizing to me like excessively. Like, I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause problems or piss you off. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? I was like so annoyed. What are you talking about? Stop apologizing to me. You're embarrassing the fuck out of me. Oh, and then he explained to me that he was the Nazi cosplayer in the fucking article, like the picture. I'm like, wait, you're the guy that got kicked out? No. They took my picture and put it in the article. You're the third one? There was a third one? You're the third one? And I was so taken back by that. I told him, dude, you need to get the fuck out of my face right now. You need to piss off, get the fuck out of my face because I'm getting really angry with you. I'm not in a good mood. You need to get away from me. Like, you need to get the fuck out. Like, I'm not. Like, look, I'm sorry if this is going to upset somebody or piss somebody off, but I wanted to punch him in the face. Because the bullshit that I went through that year, I was not happy with that shit. Like, and this is the thing. There's no consequences for this crap. Like, nobody knew. Like, it's like a lot of people don't care. As a matter of fact, a lot of people defended the cosplayers. Well, it's freedom of speech. They can wear whatever they want. Like, no, don't fuck that. No. Why the fuck do you even have that? Why is that for sale? Why is that a thing? Why wasn't it burned?
That's not how freedom of speech works. Freedom of speech is about what you say. It's not about what you wear. That's right. Freedom of expression. And even then, your expression is wrong. You should come correct or don't come at all.
I believe if you say whatever you want or do whatever you want or dress however you want or whatever, like you want to dress like a Nazi, you want to say racist shit, there's going to be consequences and you need to accept those consequences. Like if you're going to say some stupid shit and you're going to get decked in the face, well, it just comes with the territory. I'm sorry, but a lot of people are too fucking old they should know better. And like, it's not just like this bullshit. Okay. It's not just the fight. It's not the guy saying something racist. We are in a community where people shame the shit out of each other. We are part of a fucking community where people they body shame each other. People are homophobic. Oh, you shouldn't cosplay that character. You look nothing like that. Oh, you don't have the body type for it. You're too pale. You're too dark. You're too tall. You're too short. You're too fat. You're too skinny.
Mm-hmm.
You have tattoos. You have piercings. There's so much of the bullshit. Isn't that why we joined this community, to get away from the bullshit?
Yeah. Like, we're supposed to be united in being a bunch of geeks, a bunch of nerds, you know? So, like, it's really weird that people are going to take, like, a place that's meant to unite all the geeks and nerds
That's right.
and
We
the
should stand
outcasts
united.
of the community.
Everyone should be united. Everyone except
Mhm.
Boruto fans. Y'all need y'all's own room.
Well, okay, Goku. That's if stuff like that is the reason why people would kind of killed your whole like message there.
I know. I was trying to lighten the mood because I didn't.
I know it's a joke, but you know how people can be.
No, but like, okay, let's be serious with the anime fans, because we actually do have a panel called "Do Anime Fans Secretly Hate Anime?" There are anime fans that legitimate. I don't really care about Boruto. It's just a joke. I have seen it. I don't like it. I don't really care about it. There are a couple animes I do not fucking like because ugh. So we have made a dark side of the community about certain taglines for manga and anime and whatever adult content you're into. We're not gonna go super, super, super into it. But one of them starts with an S and the other one starts with an L, and they're very controversial, and people will argue to the death, and that's a hill they will fucking die on. I can't speak for many, but I have had horrible shit set straight to my face, and have been bad touched at my old job. I will not punch someone because I know I'm going to jail for that, for doing it. Yep. The guy that did the punching, according to a lot of witnesses. So I don't know if this is true or not. I didn't reach out to the convention for a statement. I felt like it was in bad taste anyway to reach out for a statement. You know, let's let them worry about their next convention, which is in later this year, which we are going to sign up for. But the issue we're trying to tackle, and this kind of like this kind of coincided with our original subject, because we wanted to talk about gatekeeping and shaming and shit like that. And like, I know people who like they have an eating disorder because they were body shamed, and now they starve themselves thinking that that's going to make them skinnier. I mean, yeah, you start to lose body weight, but you also lose muscle mass, and you become weaker, you have less energy. It's just horrible, man. Like, people are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I know there was somebody that said that, like, we were talking about bullying. I don't agree with bullying. I don't think bullying should be a thing. But I do think that if you say something bad, then you probably should be decked in the face. Like, violence isn't the answer. Violence is never the answer. Like, but there's some people that say some god awful shit. And there are some people that do some awful shit. Like, look, there's a convention in July. Sonic and me. Look, so Sonic wasn't there. But at this convention, someone we know, someone that we know, we're not friends with the fucker. I'm not, at least. Someone we know got caught taking upskirt photos
Mm-hmm.
and got kicked out of the con. I wasn't there. I was not there. Sonic wasn't there. So we didn't hear about it. We didn't see it until like recently. This dude has been very vocal. This guy's very vocal. This guy's always talking shit. He was talking shit about Taylor Swift. which I understand a lot of people don't like her. Fine, whatever. But he didn't like her for her political stance. Well, I don't like her because she follows this political party, and I'm totally against that. He's the guy. Go back and watch our podcast. Go back and watch one of our older episodes. We did one called hashtag Black Lives Matters. Go back and watch that episode on our YouTube channel. That entire episode was about him.
Low key.
Oof. I heard that this guy was at a different convention doing the same thing, taking pictures of girls without their consent last year. I just didn't know who he was, but I heard like the same descriptors and the same uh like what the way that he looked and stuff.
So I haven't really heard a lot about like, so I've heard stories here and there. They were trying to host a panel, a very controversial panel about Christian or not. Sorry, it sounded like I said Christian, Chris Chan.
Yeah, it's it's best if we don't like fully describe it because it's a rabbit hole that's really deep that you're probably not gonna get out of.
Right. Yeah. We don't like, look, we don't want to, we're not going to go super into detail because some of y'all have already figured out who we're talking about. Some of you are trying to figure out who we're talking about. If you don't know, then you don't know. If you know, you know. But like one thing I will say, I don't want you guys to like start fucking with this dude. I don't want you to bully him. I don't want you to like harass him. It's actually better if we start leaving this individual alone, or maybe if you're friends with this individual, maybe you should actually start talking to them, offering help, you know, helping an individual and educating them and informing them and helping them grow goes a long way, guys. As a community here, we should be helping each other, not shaming each other. We should be trying to help each other grow and be and better ourselves and be a better community and come together. Instead, all we do is fucking fight amongst ourselves. My boy said violence isn't the best answer. I never forget when I was still getting into cosplay. This is a comment on Instagram, by the way. Shout out to Frost Elf Cosplay. I'll never forget when I was still getting into cosplay and I was at a con and someone came up to me and said that I ruined the character. Jesus Christ.
Don't you hate that? You know what? Let me add more to that.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many people who would go like, "Oh, cosplay is for everybody," but can you like nobody be Sailor Venus? Only I can be Sailor Venus on Friday, and everybody else can't do it. I have to be the only one. You can do it the other days, but it has to be Friday or some shit like that.
You me and you actually know somebody who is like that sometimes for the character they cosplay. There.
I know a girl who did something like that, but it was about Katana for a cosplay that she wasn't even going to wear on that day, just because she was like, "But I want to cosplay that character, so you can't cosplay that character because I want to." And it's like, okay, if you're going to, then do it. Like, don't no empty promises here. Do it.
Right. Real quick, I want to acknowledge this comment on the Instagram feed. And unfortunately, guys, we can't really share the Instagram comments on the live stream because it just doesn't work out. It's still like the system just still doesn't work properly. We'll work on it. Frost Elf Cosplay says, all because of my body type at the time. I gave the best statement back, but it still bothers me to this day. That sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's horrible. If you guys would like to watch the stream and have your comments shown on the stream, join our Twitch, our YouTube channel. Our Instagram is like cool. You can watch it, but it doesn't really allow you to be part of the community. Yeah. But on the YouTube and on the Twitch, you are able to be part of the community. The body shaming shit that is everywhere. There are legitimately like we even talked about it. Was it me and Dank was even talked about it. There was a panel at a con that's I forgot which con it was, but they had like something about what was it called about like people that are Asian
being the wrong Asian in cosplay.
Yes, that is what it's called, being the wrong Asian in cosplay. I need someone. I need someone to make that make sense because I don't fucking get it.
There is no wrong or right ethnicity for cosplay. Because at that point, then everyone who is a pale skinned white tea person shouldn't be cosplaying all the anime characters they do if there was a right person for cosplay. But there isn't, because cosplay is called cosplay because it's costume role playing, and it's how you interpret the character.
Hmm.
So
Mhm.
wow, just it's either you're very insecure or you're very vocal about not liking other ethnicities, which is wow. Wow, on Black History Month?
um,
What?
like I have questions. Maybe I won't get answers. Maybe I will. We're not gonna say what con this was at, but I want to know who thought this was a good fucking panel. Who sat there, read this fucking description, and said, "You know what sounds like fun? This racist ass shit." Maybe it wasn't racist. Maybe it was just like a comedy panel. Maybe, but on paper, without context, it sounds bad. Like
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
it sounds awful. It's like, look, I'm not even gonna like. I don't know the description for that panel. I don't know the details. I don't know what it was about. I don't know if it was like comedy. I don't know if it was lecture. I don't know the details. I'm going based off of how it is presented and what is in front of us. Now, the panel sounds very fucking bad.
It it did not sound good. That's it did not sound good.
Right. Yeah. We hear. Uh, maybe Dangapush, you have cats in your background,
Yeah, there's a cat that likes to squat in my house. She's not my cat. She just comes in and lets herself in, and
and
she's
like just eats
upset
the
with me
food.
because I'm not laying down so that she could sit on my lap.
My cat shows up, eats the food, cuddles, and then leaves.
Yeah, sometimes they sleep here.
Yeah. No. Let us know what you know. Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you know anything about the panel, let us know. Let us know in the comments. We like to hear your opinions on that. Uh, like we said, we don't really know the full context of the panel. It does sound awful. There's a lot of panels that sound fun and great, but when you go to them, they're a train wreck. And there are some panels that sound like train wrecks, but it turns out they were actually funny or fun or whatever the case may be. Uh, but do you think, like, if you were seeing this panel for the first time, do you feel like it could discourage somebody that's of Asian descent from cosplaying? I agree. Actually, that's a good point. 312. He did say that it's like clickbait, but for panels.
That's a good description.
That is a really good description. I actually like that. I think that's very that was a very good response. Let me go ahead and show that on the stream. This is coming from 12 and 312 on YouTube. But so Animeverse, for those of you joining us at Animeverse, volunteer, and this is from our eyewitness, the man with the plan, the man, he's the eyes in the sky. He just happens to be there for all the exciting shit. Nothing happened. Well, then again, I guess if I want to see exciting shit, I have to leave my house. But Sonic saw it. He went based off of what he saw, what he heard, the commotion. A volunteer decked someone in the face, and that's because the individual that was punched in the schnoz said something racial that warranted being getting decked in the schnoz. Okay, no, that's fine. Go ahead and go. All right, Dankapus, go ahead and
Sorry,
plug
stepped into
your
the rug.
social media.
I gotta
We're not.
go. Dinktopus on everything. Dinktopus Hunter on other things. Don't look at my Twitter unless you are strong-hearted. I guess that there's nothing weird or controversial on there like slurs, but there's more things like VTubers and 18 plus stuff.
Fair enough. Thank you. We will see you. We will see Dankapus back on hopefully Monday.
I want to before I leave, I want to say this thing. You're never gonna know who is nice. You're never going to know who is somebody that will say something mean behind your back or something about other people, other ethnicities. You're never going to know if somebody is saying, like, there's the wrong kind of Asian in cosplay because they personally themselves have, like, some kind of insecurity. So maybe it's an insecurity thing. You know, sometimes people say horrible things because they're jealous or whatever. It's very complex, and at the end of the day, everyone should just be nice to each other and have an understanding heart. You know,
Mhm.
that's how I feel
Absolutely.
about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. I wanted to. So we did talk about anime verse. There was like, there's not really super much we can go into detail about it. Uh, Definitely we can talk more about gatekeeping next. We're going to talk about gatekeeping gamers next week. That was our subject for this week. We're going to change. We postponed that for next week, so we will talk about gamers next week. But since today is the day before Valentine's Day, I guess we can talk about that. We can do our pre-Valentine's Day special. That's right. For those of you that don't care, are living under a rock, or you just have no sense of time, tomorrow is February 14th, Valentine's Day. Yay! Valentine's Day on a Wednesday. Which is funny, Sonic. I was actually listening to the live stream me and you did last year with Deacon Rap,
Uh huh.
and like he kept trying to promote some kind of dance or something by selling tickets. Like, come hang out with me in Houston. I'm like, no, I got better shit to do. Like, not waste money. Where is that guy? Shout out to Deacon Rap though, who I don't know if he made that announcement about him and his girlfriend. But congratulations. Maybe I said too much. I don't know, buddy. You didn't tell me if it was a secret or not. So, like I said, if it's a secret, you got to tell me it's a secret. Otherwise, I'm not gonna know. Uh, but tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I don't know if you guys have plans for Valentine's Day, but tomorrow Cidercade is doing something. They got some kind of event going on. Do you know anything about that?
No, I didn't. This is the first time I'm hearing it.
Right. So I don't know exactly what Cidercade is doing. But I know that there's a Cidercade in Houston. So it is let me see. Okay, here we go. It is the I do have the event. All right, it's maybe yeah, this is Wednesday, February 14th. Let's go ahead and talk about this a bit because it is Valentine's Day. Let us know a single awareness day. I don't I don't agree with that because when people are single, they tend to make us aware all year round.
I mean, yeah.
You
Yeah.
so sly.
No, it's just it's the way you say it. Yeah, it's kind of accurate because they say there's like two sides of it. One side they're like, oh, just when it's Single Awareness Day. I'm like, yeah, just like the other 364 days you mentioned that.
That's right.
At the same time, Valentine's Day. I mean, as much as I like celebrating it, I'm like, do you really have to like have a holiday just to show like you care about the person? Isn't every day Valentine's Day? If you care about that person.
That yeah, I actually agree with that 100%. Oh, this is
Yeah.
so damn small. Can't see shit because we have it set to the other. Let me. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll just go ahead and read it. Cidercade Houston Spotlight Party. Put meeting people on easy mode. Cider's fifth annual Spotlight Party is perfect for singles and couples alike. Date and time February 14th at 7 p.m. February 15th. It goes until February 15th at 12 midnight. So the address is 2320 Canal Street, Suite 100, Houston, Texas 77003. They don't have their refund policy is no refunds. The event, so Cidercade Spotlight Party is finally here. So stop swiping and start meeting people in easy mode. For 5 years running, we've cracked the code for the best way to meet people, and that isn't an app. Join us on Valentine's Day for a singles friendly party that's anything but boring. Our fifth annual Spotlight Party is perfect for singles. not shores, and even couples looking for a different and affordable way to spend the night. The rules are simple: buy a ticket online, join us at the Houston Best Arcade Bar, and you'll get a colored wristband of your choice to let the world know what's up. Green for game night, single and ready to mingle. Yellow, mystery night, it's complicated. Red, date night, taken and here for the vibes. Once you get your wristband, head inside for unlimited play on hundreds of arcade games and activities. Delicious drinks, that's bullshit. Local food truck eats, and best vibes with all your potential new friends. Or more than friends, little smirk face. Want to stand out even more? Wear clothing that's the same color as your wristband. The spotlight party starts at 7 on Wednesday, February 14th. It ends at midnight. Cidercade will be closed to the public beginning at 6 p.m. to prepare for the party. Tickets cover admission to Cidercade and the spotlight party. Any drinks, food, merch, etc. are an additional cost. The event is 21 plus only. It's really good to hear. And tickets are neither transferable nor refundable. Tickets might be sold at the door, but that's only if they don't sell out beforehand, which they have in the past. Are you willing to take that chance? Your attendance at this event indicates your consent to the use of the likeness of any future marketing content produced by Cidercade. That was a lot. My head hurts. Do they have any tickets now? Let's find out. So let's find out if they have any tickets left. So it does look like they have a few tickets left. So if you want to go ahead and check out Cidercade, go ahead and do so. You can do that at the event, right? So go to their Cidercade page on Facebook, and they should have the event link on there. So go check it out. Tickets right now are so it looks like it's $12 plus an additional $3.85. So it's $15.85 with the fees and taxes. $15.85 to go. Like, honestly, I don't know about the whole mingling shit because at Arcade it's really hard to make friends and talk to people. But I would just go for the arcade shit. They got Ninja Turtles, they got Marvel vs. Capcom 2, they got Capcom versus SNK 2, Time Crisis. They got all kinds of great games. I love it. I do not like their drinks. Their cider drinks that taste like ass. Still bringing a flask though. uh, wait, are you going? Oh shit! You know what? I didn't realize I was here by myself. Sonic dropped. It's okay. I don't want to be myself. But hey, are you going? And because that's funny. Make sure you buy your ticket beforehand though, because they are selling out. Uh, but good old Cider King. All right, guys. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. I want to say thank you for joining. What's up, Cameron? All right, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Thank you for joining us on Shit Talkie Tuesday. This was a short episode. Kept it to an hour. Really didn't want to drag everything on too much and like just talk unnecessarily about things that don't need to be dragged on, which is absolutely fine. If you're gonna hang out for Valentine's Day, go ahead and have a great time. Drink responsibly, and make sure one of you is a designated driver. Don't you drink and drive. Have fun. Be safe. Also, remember, don't tomorrow we will do a Valentine's Day special. So we'll see how that goes. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And we'll see. Don't forget Friday. This Friday is Dark Side of the Community, our first episode. We're going to be talking about Pokemon fans. Pokemon fans. It's going down. All right, guys. Stay classy. I'm ending the stream. I gotta end it first on this stupid Instagram. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.